Hello, everybody. This is Gleaming Colt, back with another World of Warships Blitz video. Today, we are reviewing a new Tier 3 Italian destroyer, the Nazario Sauro. Oh, dear Lord, I need to... You know what? The Nazario. We're just gonna... The Nazario, sorry. I can't pronounce things. The Tier 3 Tech Tree Italian destroyer. Now, before we begin the history and everything, I wanted to say that the Italian destroyers are not out. They are in early access. Somewhat. There was an early access event, and the Nazario is in the Blitz Pass at level 50. And also, if you hear some rain, it is currently raining right now. So, yeah, I'm sorry about that. But the Nazario. The Nazario was the lead ship of her class of 4 destroyers built for the Regia Marina. In the 1920s, completed in 1926, she served in World War II. I'm not joking, that's literally all I had history of. But because we're not going to just have that little sentence, we're going to actually, the Nazario class destroyers were enlarged and improved versions of the preceding Sella class destroyers. They had an overall length of 90.16 meters, 296 feet, a beam of 9.2 meters, 30 feet 2 inches, and a mean draft of 2.9 meters. They displaced 1,058 metric tons at standard load and 1,600 metric tons at deep load, and their complement was 8 to 10 officers and 146 enlisted men. Their main battery consisted of 4 120mm 4.7-inch guns in 2 twin turrets, one at each fore and aft of the superstructure. Anti-aircraft defense for the Nazario class ships was provided by a pair of 40mm 1.6-inch AA guns in single mounts amidships, and a pair of 13.2mm 0.52 machine guns were equipped with 6 533mm torpedo tubes in 2 triple mounts. The Nazario could also carry mines. So, because I didn't want to have a sentence of history, I decided to go into the design of this ship, because I couldn't really find anything else that's not in English. I mean, if you find anything, please send me it, and then I can make a update to this of just history. I couldn't find anything without without the Italian language, and I could not pronounce it. So, anyways, on to the actual ship in the game. So, the ship has 8,720 hit points. That's pretty standard for Tier 3. The protection is... Just don't forget it. Forget about it. You've got no armor, so it does not really matter. But if you want to know, Citadel protection doesn't matter, because you don't get Citadels and Destroyers. 5%. 10.50% fire and flood resistance is actually good for an Italian... Actually, for good and overall Destroyer. I think. Let me look at, for example, the Wicks. Okay, it's not that. Okay, it's a little bit, okay. It's just above average. Okay, it's a little bit above average. Damage reduction of 3%, torpedo damage reduction at 3%. So if you're hit by a torpedo, you're doomed. And if you get hit by torpedoes, unless they're at extreme close range, why? The speed of this ship is on the slower side, but with a 35.89 knots. With a 10.64 second time to full speed, a max traverse speed of 9.70 degrees per second, and a turn time of 2.45 seconds. The main guns. Here's what becomes interesting. So first, this ship has SAP. Because it's Italian, it gets semi-armor piercing shells with a 150% Citadel damage rate and turret traverse speed of 10.70 degrees per second. The ship also, of course, has, instead of AP, it gets HE shells with 327 damage and 3% chance of setting fire. We have a 5.53 second reload. Oh, I think some people might not, the range is garbage. 5.83 kilometers? That is horrible. That's bad. That's really bad. Granted, it does get very powerful semi-armor piercing shells, and they're pretty punchy against destroyers. So, I get they needed to counter it in some way, but still, that's really bad range. The torpedoes, on the other hand, are actually significantly good with a 37.50 second reload time, 2,398 damage, 7.80 kilometer range, and 5.74 knots. 59.74 knots are slow. But for Tier 3, I mean, no one really dodges torpedoes at Tier 3. And we have and a torpedo tube traverse speed of 25 degrees per second. The surface detection is 5.34 kilometers. So, yeah, you're basically your gun range. So, yeah. So, once you fire, you definitely exceed your gun range. Yeah, stats-wise. But overall, the stats do show a pretty good ship, except for the gun range. But that can be negated a little bit. So, yeah. There are no battle honors. Elite bonus, however, I picked Elite Gun Operator because you could now, to get reload and traverse speed, now you could say go for Destroyer Modernization. That is a good bonus. But the reason why I didn't go for it is I wanted to basically get my guns reloaded. As what I've seen, the guns, besides range, however, I will say, I originally had Destroyer Modernization. It does help, but the guns are punchy enough, especially against destroyers, that Elite Gun Operator is still a very good decision, in my opinion. A lot of people are going to say in the comments, no, it's not a good decision. I'd be glad to hear your thoughts about this, actually. Personally, I think Elite Gun Operator is the better choice, in my opinion, personally. No one goes for this. Wargaming, please remove that. Nobody goes for it. Details. There are 2 new ship skills. And I was going to cover the update 5.4 patch notes, but then, my YouTube videos all got deleted, so I don't have those. But I will say this real quick before I get into ship skills. That is coming back. It's coming. It's just going to be extremely late, and I'm sorry about that. All right. Now, ship skills. The 2 new ones. 3, emergency engine accelerator. New skill. It increases maximum speed and acceleration by 20% for 12 seconds. Pretty fast. Yes. But the percentage is very good. And the cooldown time is 40 seconds. That is a very good skill. And should be utilized. Your smokes, on the other hand, exhaust fuel smoke. It sets a fuel smoke for 6 seconds and fuel smoke is active for 2 seconds. The cooldown is 40 seconds. It's a fuel smoke. How's that bad? Yes, you can move it however, at least in my testing, when you were going at full speed, and because it's a fuel smoke, you can. The thing is, whenever I use a fuel smoke, I can't utilize it in the best way you can. Because it dissipates so quickly that, you're just never going to actually get an opportunity to actually use it effectively. The only time once I've been able to use it effectively is if I'm at really low health and I'm ducking behind an island as quickly as possible. If that makes sense. It can help, but don't expect to use it often. Supplies, I went for a pretty standard supply set. Refined diesel for better speed and traverse speed. Surface detection, high recoil, and improved crew rations. Nothing standard. You could take preventative maintenance pack if you wanted more hit points and to be a little more tanky, but your destroyer, if you were granted, you could say that 3% hit points could help. And even I say that. Personally, with a destroyer, it does not. You should go for this as you do get main battery reload and torpedo reload time. My Nazario's equipment is the only equipment set you want. I mean, I guess you could say main battery mod 1 could work, but this works better. Or you could say, however, main battery mod 2 for more reload time. Even though you don't get your main batteries shut off easily. I haven't gotten them shut off yet. Could they happen? Yes. Not often, though. The second one, you want to go for steering gear mod 1. This makes no sense on a destroyer, and this is just a bad module all around. This is the only good one. And that's a bad module all around, so you just want to go for propulsion mod 2. Commander build. I have a level 3 commander, because I'm playing a tier 3 ship. I have underwater protection expert, torpedo alert, and then I have preheating, the very standard stuff. Because at the higher tiers, the ship doesn't get a sonar or an air defense alert. It gets a rapid reload. So what are you going to want to do? You're going to want to go for victorious charge. Then you would probably want to go for probably fire supremacy. Because I think the tier 10 gets 2 rapid reloads. So getting a third one would not be bad. If you get 3, then I'd say survivalist or daredevil. Really, all 3 of those are good. Then you'd probably want to take exploit weakness. And then you'd probably want to take fully prepared. Mistweaver, if this helps, I might do a test on that someday. Or watch something about it. You definitely are going to want to take engine overload. Probably master reloader, because you do get rapid reload. Because I'm on this is a normal Italian commander, I am taking inertia high explosive shell, IFHE. That's still good. It's still good. However, if you have the legendary commanders, you will be able to get the semi-armor piercing penetration. And then at level 12, we will get the giant hunter. So that's not actually bad. So I think I have covered everything I need to cover about this new Italian destroyer. So because it's tier 3, I'm going to only show one battle. Because one battle can show a general gist of the ship. Please note, Krakens are somewhat easy for me, actually. I got like 2 Krakens in like 2 games in a row. So, it's pretty easy to get Krakens. But also, player base at tier 3, nah. I'm only reviewing it because I did not purchase the Blitz Pass. And I don't own a press account. I'm not old enough to get a press account yet, I don't think. So, whatever. Alright. So, I have one battle. Let's get into battle. The only battle we're playing, it is base capture on Scorching Islands. Yeah, this is actually a pretty good map, actually, in my opinion. What do we have? What do we even have?
General quarters.
We have a Bellerothon and a Taranto. The rest are bots. We have a Dursiki. By the way, I am sorry about this. Sorry about all the bots.
Engine boost activated.
I kept recording battles, and I couldn't get into a single battle without this many bots.
Target spotted.
This is actually the best in terms of players. I mean, granted, it's tier 3. You're not gonna get like players all the time, if that makes sense. So yeah, take this with a grain of salt. This is literally like the only battle I could, most of the battles I recorded, all of them were against bots. Actually, I didn't even record them. They were all against bots. So like, yeah, I'm not going against bots. Also, hang on, bots have also. Is this just me? But bots have been having this weird tendency to just fire their torpedoes nowadays. They never used to do that. So why are they starting to do it? I mean, more power to them. Make them a ship. But still, why? I think there's like a, what is that, a Bellerothon? Is it the Bellerothon? No, that's the Kawachi. Do I really want to fire at it? Especially since he's bowing? Nah. Where are my guns, though? The guns are pretty punchy, even against battleships. Like, so that's something to actually note. Alright, you know what? Let's go behind this island. And one. Ow. Yay! Most of my torpedoes hit the island. I didn't think. Yay, now the Kawachi's firing at me. Yay. Great. I got myself in a horrible pickle. Oh, right, that doesn't... Oh.
Engine boost activated.
Alright, so... We are tied currently. Our only other player has went down. Yay, thank you. It's fine, I mean, I guess that's... Nope, he took down the bot. That's fine. Alright, fire the torpedoes at the Kawachi. Get some semi-armor piercing. That didn't go well.
Good job!
The Kawachi was destroyed by the South Carolina. Good job. Alright. So, Kawachi, what you doing? What are you doing currently? I want to kill you. I want to sink you. I need to sink you. Nope, sorry. Please, can we get the
engine boost activated?
Sunk, please.
Yeah! The ship destroyed.
We got the South Kawachi sunk. There is a crew. There's the Taranto and the Bellerothon over there. I'm gonna go for their cap because we need to. The Bellerothon just took out our Kawachi. Really, I'm not in the stance to go against a Taranto and a Bellerothon. Looks like they're definitely coordinated very well. Alright, so... Alright, let's just get into the capture circle.
Our team is about to win.
Begin. And then we can get... Okay, the Bellerothon is over there. The South Carolina is being... not really destroyed, actually. I think he's at pretty... is he at... I don't know. I'm going to actually stealth torp this Bellerothon. I don't know if the torpedoes are going to hit the island. They might hit the island, actually. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah, I think they're going to definitely hit the island. Or are they? No, they might not, actually. I don't know. This is something you should probably never do. Smoke and just, fire your gun. Because it's not a smoke cruiser. It's not a smoke... Oh, nope, they're going to all hit. Oh, that... Oh, I feel bad.
We destroyed an enemy ship.
Oh, I feel bad. Oh, bad. Oh, my God. Okay, we have only one thing to do now is rush that Taranto. Oh, yeah, he gave up.
We hit the enemy.
Alright, hit the torpedoes. Yeah, he gave up. Nope. I'm dead. Actually, no, wait. I know I'm using AG to do this, but you know what? Nope, never mind. Granted, this game was mostly against bots. But, I mean, it wasn't... Okay, yeah. It was still the best I could do. I feel sorry for that Bellerothon. I feel, you know what? Give him a compliment. Give this man a compliment. Give that man a compliment. Real quick, before we get into the battle details, ever notice it's odd when there's a report feature. You can report someone for being unskilled at the game. Huh? I don't know how that makes sense. I just don't. I just realized, like, how does that make sense at all? Yeah, we did pretty well. Good job to that Taranto, I guess. Alright, now let's move on to the battle details. 44 shell hits, 14 torpedo hits, 4 enemy ships destroyed, 2 ships set on fire, 2 fire set, 1 flood, 1 module damaged, 4 enemies spotted, 3 taking fire, and 9 capture assists. 979 XP, 48 free XP, 7,659 silver, 135 team play score, 43,664 damage, 4 ships destroyer, 979 commander XP, Iron Fortress, and the Battle Star. So, what are my thoughts on the Nazario Sauro? It's a good ship, actually. Granted, it's good. Also, the fact it does have the ability. It also has the fact that it's at tier 3, and mostly tier 3 is full of bots. But it's actually a pretty good ship. The gun range is trash. Please note that. It's not a gunboat. I mean, if you get close enough, I guess it could work as a gunboat. Actually, it can work as a gunboat. I've had games, yeah, it does work. It's just, you can't be a long-range gunboat. But do you really want to be? That's the question. Still, the gun range is horrible, but everything else about the ship is very good, actually. I would say the ship is a pretty good ship. I say it's actually very good. I really like this ship, actually, and I find it a lot of fun. Granted, it's at tier 3, so, will I keep it? Maybe. I might keep this. It is fun. So, I don't know. But with that done, that is it for today. That is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment down below your feedback. I'm always reading you guys' comments, and join up on my Discord server. We're always having a lot of fun there. Well, bye.